Let Nigeria not think that by suppressing the Igbo, that they are going forward. Foul. So long as Nigeria suppresses the Igbo, Nigeria will go nowhere. Because ndị Igbo na-atụ iluru na-asị onye ji mmadụ n'ala ji onwe ya n'ala. Ụlọ mmanụ.
My question to you, why is there so much anger on the part of many people from the Southeast? Senator Yinaya Abaribe spoke about the fact that Nigeria should not think it's progressing by suppressing the Igbos. You use a similar language, in terms of suppression. Do you think that the Igbos are still being suppressed? And why? Is it not something of a paradox that a people so enterprising will now be asking for federal intervention when they will have shown the world that, hey, we really don't need you that much? Our enterprise, our sense of duty can get the southeast part of Nigeria to become the next Dubai, for example. Why is federal intervention so important?
Thank you very much, Steve, for that stimulating question. The most vibrant people of this country that have the velocity to develop all parts of this country, they are like vectors, are the Igbos, because we are everywhere. Like, you go anywhere in this country, you must find an Igbo man. Don't talk about the globe now, because the globe is replete with Igbos of different professional backgrounds, doing well, not doing havoc to any system or economy they find themselves. So, if Nigeria has delayed the possibility of developing the area that should be breeding these sources and facilitators of development for this long, it is not difficult to understand why Nigeria has been moving like an elephant with a clay of feet. Now, I keep it there, but you can see that the only way a man who has 3 or 4 children can make progress is to put his money in the child that has shown greater promise in his academics, so that one will justify the money put in him by graduating fast and perhaps assisting the family to bring the other ones up. Everybody does not have learning capacity, the same learning capacity. Some are slow learners, some are fast learners. Now, the case of Nigeria is that we are putting monies where there will be no multiplier whatsoever. The money continues to sink. And even in your domestic planning, if you continue to put money in things that are consumptive, that do not produce, if your money does not come from external sources to replenish, you continue to go down in the same proportion. If you are not visionary, you will not see it until you begin to feel it. And that's why Nigeria today is groping in the dark. Because what is happening now is that many forces, political forces, are working in tandem, even if they were not in agreement to do so. But they now have a common purpose to hold down the Southeast for political fear, the fear of politics. But that is completely a misplaced fear. It is a phobia. Fear that does not get any justification from any sensible source. So there is suppression, there is oppression, the spirited effort to hold them down politically and economically. But they have been there. They are there. So, and they will always be there. Because a man who has a spirit of survivor has developed the ability to accumulate and accommodate pains to the threshold that no other ethnic group can carry in this country. There's no road in the Southeast, the entire Southeast. Most of the roads you find are the ones put in place by individual efforts. Many Igbos have turned into local government of sort. They build their own roads, even if it is at a communal level. Communities build schools, pay school fees for their wards. They are never in any, even the so-called palliative that have been sharing, they have been sharing everywhere. Even when the ordinary, structurally, the Southeast is supposed to deserve it even far more than the Northeast, because we were there in the cold before the Harmattan. Nobody remembers them. And whenever there is a drop of 2 cents on the road, internet carries it. CNN carries it. That Niger Bridge is being done as if it is being done by somebody's father's money. This is taxpayers' money, and Igbos are the forefront of paying money. Most Igbos are engaged. They don't beg. When you talk about social benefits, Igbos are not looking for you to come and give handouts. They're not. If there are any institution, critical institution of state, that will benefit everybody, because anything you drop in any soil in Igbo land is a multiplier. Look at the railway, how Igbos were excluded. The Port Harcourt, Maiduguri and all those things, none of them is functioning. At this point in time, the federal government would have been running to the World Bank, not even Central Bank, to deposit money, literally speaking, because of the liquidity that normally comes from the movement. It's just like the Chinese movement, in their New Year. Their trains, they carry people in billions. So Igbo land from Maiduguri to Enugu to Onitsha, Port Harcourt to Lagos, and so on, in every week would have been raking in trillions of naira. And we ignore that to our own discomfiture, because we think that we are harming the Igbos. Nobody is harming the Igbos. So we need the federal government presence effectively. And like it is said, if you hold your victim on ground, you are not likely to go and ease yourself. You will be there with him. So whatever inequity that is meted to Igbos, advantageously or inadvertently, it bounces back on Nigeria, willy-nilly. So it is in the collective interest of Nigeria and Nigerians to develop Nigeria.